What's this? A letter for me.
Welcome to another episode of Remember the Great Sports Through the Mail Thursdays. Today I'm going to change this up a little bit. I already opened the envelopes that I'm going to share with you today, and I very rarely do this, but even though the channel is called Remember the Great Sports, I am not going to show you sports autographs today that I got through the mail. Instead, I am going to put you in the time machine as a kid from the 1980s and early 90s, and I'm going to share with you 3 successes that I've acquired over the last 6 months or so. One of these dates back to 2018. I just didn't know how I was going to show this. I didn't want to shoot just an episode with this one return. But these are 3 of the most iconic things from my childhood that I still to this day love. And if you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, I kind of did give you a little spoiler, a little while back. I will post that video up in the corner. But if you guys recall, I picked up a deck of Garfield Crazy 8s. And I'm going to show them closely to you at the bottom there because it says 1978 is the copyright. I almost want to say that these are not vintage 1978. They're just in too good a shape to be from that era. So if anybody actually remembers these playing cards from when they were a kid, I know there was somebody that made a comment like, I remember those cards. Did you actually have these in the 80s? Or is this something that's newer merchandise? And I'll get to that in a second. So, the reason I'm showing those with a nice big glare is, lo and behold, I was so pleased when I opened up this envelope. I received 1, 2, 3, and 4 of those cards signed by the creator of Garfield, Jim Davis. Basically, I sent 1 from each suit out of the thing. And, I had no rhyme to reason. I just thought, 1 from each suit would work. And Mr. Davis gladly obliged and signed all 4 cards for me. Many of you that have viewed my channel know how much I love Garfield. I've mentioned it in multiple videos in the past. So to get Mr. Davis's autograph is like a dream come true. Jim Davis, if you ever see this video, I want you to know that you have impacted my life so much with your creation of Garfield. As a matter of fact, my cat, who's sleeping right next to me right now on his post while I'm filming this, and I'm not going to show him, he has so many of the traits that Garfield has. We almost should have named him Garfield because of the way he acts. I mean, he'll beg for lasagna. He'll, do all the stuff that Garfield does. So, unfortunately, we don't have an OD for him to pick on. But my cat's the king of his castle. So, anyways, I am just awestruck at this return and the other 2 returns I'm going to share with you as well. Thank you so much, Mr. Davis. I can't even put in words how much I appreciate having these autograph cards in my collection. I would put this up there above and beyond some of my favorite autographs in my collection. And what I'm about to show you might change that ranking as well. So, thank you, Mr. Davis. I really appreciate this. I am forever going to cherish these autographs. If you guys have an opportunity to write Mr. Davis, I of course, can't guarantee that these are authentic, or anything like that. But I just wrote care of his company and he signed them. So, very happy to have those. Those Crazy 8 cards will forever be in my collection, along with the signed ones. So, this next one, I'm going to joke with you a little bit about, but probably next to Garfield, this is one of my favorite TV shows in the history of television, other than Miami Vice. But I had a success. I opened this up, and it's kind of funny. It's a dual success. But I received a signed card from the creator of Alf himself, Paul Fusco. I'm trying to hold it because he signed it in ballpoint pen. Alright, sorry I had to edit some blurry footage out there, but Mr. Fusco signed one, but I sent him more than one. And if you remember, I also had these Alf cards in a video that I previously shot with the Retro Sports Guru. But Mr. Fusco only signed one of 4 cards. But Alf signed 3. 1 to Joel from Alf. And this one's really hard to see because he signed over the dining room table. But to Joel from Alf. So Mr. Fusco signed 1 and Alf signed 3. So Alf 3 purred me and Mr. Fusco 1 purred me, if you want to look at it that way. If some of the viewers don't know who Alf is, Alf was a TV show that ran from 1986 to 1990. I don't want to say similar to, but similar to Jim Henson's Muppets on the, Sesame Street, Kermit the Frog, etc. Alf is a puppet. Sorry if you guys didn't know that. He is not real. But Paul Fusco was a puppeteer, and he was a co-creator with another gentleman. The name's losing me right now. I will get it here in a second. Yeah, he's the co-creator with Tom Patchett. And I'm thinking of sending a couple of these to Tom Patchett as well and asking him to sign if I can track down a address. But Alf ran for 4 seasons. I was, right in the prime of my youth at, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old when this was on the air. I still to this day watch me some Alf. I own all 4 seasons on DVD. I was just reading the Wikipedia page, and it says in 2018 they are talking about rebooting Alf. So I look very eager to see what happens with that. So a reboot of Alf, I don't know if any viewers know anything about that, but that would definitely be something that I'd be interested in. So comment below if you know anything about a reboot of Alf coming up. But very happy to get these back from Mr. Fusco and Alf. So thank you very much, Mr. Fusco. Those are so important to me as well. Now these next items I'm going to share with you, and these are probably, I'm going to try to keep it together the best that I can, but these are very sentimental to me. In February of this year, 2019, I lost a very close friend of mine to cancer. He left behind a wife and 2 children. And the next thing I'm about to show you brought back so much emotion of me and him that we actually went. And if you did this too, let me know. We actually went to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Coming Out of Their Shell Tour concert in St. Louis, Missouri. So if any of my viewers out there have ever seen the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles playing music, sponsored by Pizza Hut, of course. I still have that cassette tape somewhere in my house. Couldn't tell you where. I'd have to find my cassettes, but I've moved so many times I couldn't tell you where it is. But if anybody else went to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles concert, definitely comment below. But this is one of my favorite successes, and this brought back memories with my great friend Aaron. And this is an autograph from the creator of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The gentleman on the left, it was Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. And that's Kevin Eastman. And as you can see, he signed the card. Although he did sign over Kevin Eastman, and he drew a Ninja Turtle head. And he did the same thing here in black. I think he probably signed this one in black and realized it looked nicer in silver. So he found a silver Sharpie and did the same thing. So he signed 2 of 2. And that's not it. This is the cool part. in blue Sharpie, he drew this and signed it. Not once, but twice. So Peter Laird, the creator of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, signed the 2 cards and the 2 index cards for me. And again, my best friend in childhood, who passed away, these cards, I guarantee I bought and showed them to him. That's why this autograph is forever sentimental to me. So, this is kind of an emotional video. It's a little different through the Mail Thursdays, but sometimes I realize that my voice can get monotonous, listening to my voice. And week after week after week, I just keep pumping out the same, sports legends. So I wanted to change this up a little bit and give you, the viewers, a little more insight behind me. So in closing, I just wanted to share with you my sentimental story of these Ninja Turtle autographs. I miss my friend very, very much. Since February. I hadn't seen him since 2018. 2019 was when he passed. I saw him in late 2018, and that was the last time I saw him. So, thank you very much for going down memory lane with me. Thank you very much for checking out the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle autographs, for the Alf autographs, and of course my Jim Davis autographs. Guys, thank you. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I know I changed it up a little bit, but I feel it breaks the monotony up a little bit, going sports, to give you a little insight on. I just don't collect sports autographs. I go out there and collect some oddball stuff as well. So, thanks for watching, and I look forward to your comments below.